welcome to my office here as I want to walk you through what I think is the best moto vlogging setup out there right now. I've done a bunch of testing, tried a few different things, and this is what I think is really kind of the cleanest and easiest setup to use if you want to go out there and film and also be recording audio at the same time as you're shooting. So a couple things. First thing I'm starting with here is I have the GoPro sticky mount, which I have adhered to the front of my helmet. And you know, for all of this, I am sticking primarily with GoPro. I've used it a lot. You know, some people say the GoPro has its faults. I've always had good luck with GoPros. And in this case, I have a brand new Hero 8, and the key to this whole thing really is the new media mod that they've come out with, which has been on back order for a long time, but I finally got one. And this thing is pretty awesome. This is really the key to this whole setup. So first thing you do is put your GoPro on it. You actually have to take off the battery panel. Just clips off on the GoPro, and you slide it into the media mod, clip it in there. And now on the GoPro, on the Hero 8s, the big difference obviously is there's no housing. So the little clips that you use to attach it to all the different mounts are actually built into the camera, so you kind of have to pick those out. And the next thing I've done is I've taken a swivel mount, which a lot of people that I've seen will just rigid mount the camera directly to their helmet. And I found that using one of the GoPro pivot mounts actually just gives you a little bit of flexibility to spin and to turn. It's going to give you the most you know, if you need to turn to the side a little bit or adjust the camera, you're not stuck with just that one spot. So I've had a lot of luck with these. I really like them. So we're going to attach the GoPro to the mount here, and I've just created this, like I said, with the swivel mount and a couple of the small pieces. And we're going to attach that on there, tighten that down, and I can adjust kind of where I want it when I get it on the helmet. So we do that, and the best thing to do for these sticky mounts is to let them sit and set for a little bit, so they do stick on there. I have yet to have one of these things fall off on me. So we just slide that in there, and now you can see we have the camera mounted. I can take the swivel mount, kind of adjust things a little bit, and then we have the camera mounted on the helmet. Now the most important piece of this whole setup is the microphone. And what I have here, after quite a bit of trial and error, is I have a Purple Panda microphone. I think this is like $30 or $40 on Amazon. They work really nice. They come with this kind of air muff. This thing really helps with the wind more than just the regular kind of foam piece, which on the other ones, like this one in particular, was a cheap $15 microphone that connected to my iPhone. And this thing literally was unusable. It's fine, like just standing here and talking. As soon as I got the bike turned on and I was riding, you literally couldn't hear anything that was happening. The sound quality, everything was terrible. So, you know, eventually landed on the Purple Panda, and it's been awesome. So, and the nice part again about the media module for the GoPro is that the microphone plugs right in here to the back of the media module. You know, the old versions, if you're using a Hero 7, Hero 6, you had to buy a separate GoPro adapter, which a lot of the other motovlog setups that I've seen they have, then they're using electrical tape or some other kind of tape, and they're taping that adapter to the side of the helmet, and it ends up looking pretty bulky. So the fact that this media module takes the audio input from the microphone is pretty amazing. So the next step is then to get the microphone into your helmet. And I like to plug it in here first to the camera, so I kind of know how much room I need. And I'm going to need a little bit of slack. And it's going to be a little bit hard to see, but basically this cheek pad in the helmet pops out, there, snaps in. So what I do is we just wrap the wire in around there, snap it in, and now I'm going to run the rest of the wire. And this is a Bell helmet, so it actually has this really nice extra piece here that helps hide the cord. And actually, you can kind of stick it in. There's more padding back here. You can tuck the wires back in there. And there's going to be a little extra wire, which is fine. You want to have a little bit of flexibility. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. And I'm going to take pad, pop it off. It's gonna be a little bit hard to see, but I'm basically going to have the microphone sit right on the edge of this cheek pad. So if you can see there, you can see the muff just poking out. That way it's going to be near my mouth, but hopefully not up my nose. So that's sitting in a good spot right there. And then it's just a matter of tucking the wires back into the place, into the secure places that you need them to be, so they don't fall out while you're riding. So that's my setup. Again, Hero 8 with the media module. This is pretty awesome. They have a light display. And also like a light mod, if you're doing something that's a little bit in the dark, probably not great while you're riding, but you can put a whole bunch of other things on here. But the big thing for me, again, is that you can attach the microphone right here in the back and get direct audio without having to do any of the other pieces that you've had to do, like that adapter, which is, like I said, like a box and a cord, and there's really no good place to put it, so you kind of have to tape it on the side somewhere, and it just ends up looking bulky. And this is just much cleaner, much easier to use. So check it out and try it out, get out there and make your own videos.